Hi, I'm Dr. Mukesh Gupta from Lenest, Malad, Mumbai. Phases of anger and how to handle them and how to overcome anger. This is one trait or one skill which all of us need to master. So, we were discussing how there are three phases of anger. First is the phase before the anger, that is pre anger, the phase of anger, and then post anger. When we talk about pre-anger, we need to understand that what are the factors which predispose us or make us susceptible to become angry. Now, if we understand this particular thing, what we normally think about root cause analysis or finding the root cause of anger or getting into the basics why we get angry, there are n number of arguments and discussions of what may be the cause for it. It can be plethora of things like frustration, disappointment, feeling hurt, or it may be just guilt, anxiety, envy, jealousy, or overinflated ego, fear, embarrassment, shame. All these factors can be cause for anger. But if you classify most of them, you can structure them into few commoner ones. So let's try to understand the commoner ones. So first and foremost, the commoner one is our expectations. We have huge expectations from people and things around us, and that leads us to a plethora of emotions when they are not fulfilled. For example, frustration when we expect someone to behave in a particular way and we don't get that. Disappointment for the same reason. Sometimes you feel hurt that somebody should have not done this to me. Or it can be just simple grief or sadness because something happened the way you did not want it to happen. It can be so many more things of feeling of rejection or feeling of victim of favoritism, but the root cause is we had expectations. We had expectations of something else and it did not come, and that's one of the major flaw in our or rather one of the major things which stimulate us to get into the angry phase. The second important thing which can lead to us feeling angry again and again is poor self-esteem. We degrade ourselves or we consider ourselves much lesser than people around. Now, sometimes a person who tries to show off or tries to behave in a bombastic way actually is a victim of so poor self-esteem, because what is happening is that in his or her desire to prove themselves better than the others, actually they are trying to overcome their own feeling of poor self-esteem. So what does that lead to? It leads to guilt because you feel that what I'm doing is not correct and I need to do better. It can lead to jealousy, envy. It can lead to a lot of anxiety, worry, and of course sometimes you feel that I'm rejected because I'm not good enough. It can be some physical issues, it can be some psychological issues, it can be some social issues, it can be financial issues because of which a person may have a poor self-esteem. So that's another root cause. So these are a few of the commonest root causes. Another root cause, if I can think about, is the feeling of being victim of false accusations. So people feel that I have been wrongly accused of something, or I need to clear myself out of this, or how can somebody say this to me and get away with it? And this leads to fear, embarrassment, feeling of shame, and all those emotions which actually lead you to anger. So I can go on and on for many more causes, but let us try to now take quick 5 tips of how to try to overcome the factors which can push you into anger. Okay, so first and foremost thing that you need to understand when you want to work on that is know your problem. Find out what is it which is causing you a problem. Have an insight about the issue. So if you feel that somebody is behaving wrongly to me and is accusing, you need to have a good self-esteem and you not feel that, okay, just because somebody is accusing me of saying this, that doesn't mean I am that. And nobody can decide how good I am or how bad I am but myself. So that's one of the most important thing. Find out what is it that is your problem. Second is, once you have the insight, you need to decide to overcome it. If you decide that you want to overcome it, then only you will be able to overcome it. And then you can work on strategies to overcome it. So that decision has to come from you. Yes, I think it's a problem and I need to work on my anger. And that's the statement you need to tell yourself. Third important thing when you're talking about management anger is interpersonal relationship skills. If you are able to develop and hone your skills in relations with other people around you, especially the loved ones who make you the most angry, then you may be in a better position to overcome your pre-anger issues or issues that push you to the angry phase. So things like having respect for people around you, having love for people around you. Tell yourself that, okay, I love this person so much that I don't need to be angry with this person. Or even if the person has not behaved in a way that you wanted, give them the benefit of doubt. Give them an opportunity to feel that, okay, maybe this is something which they're not willingly doing, but they are unaware of what they're doing. So instead of problem hunting, have a problem solving approach. Meaning, don't keep on hunting what's the problem. Look at, okay, I need to solve the problem and I need to work on the relationships. Fourth important factor which crops up from that is developing communication skills. You need to work hard on your communication skills. Somehow we take people around us, whether it is our friends, colleagues, subordinates, family, whether it's parents or spouse or children, we take them for granted. Well, we need to understand that there are different ways of responding to such people. Passive communication, aggressive communication. Passive communication, you need to understand that you may think that, okay, I don't want to get into confrontation, so I'm going to avoid it, or probably just accept what they are doing. So understand that avoidance may or may not be a solution every time, but acceptance of people around you is the best solution. And that way you can stay calm and be passive. Aggressive, sometimes we have this urge to respond a behavior or an action in an aggressive way, and that also leads to confrontation, and that also leads to in turn anger. But there is something which is in between, where you don't want the person around you to take you for granted or behave in the wrong way or whatever, but at the same time you're not hurting them, and that's called as assertive communication. So you're actually expressing what you want to do or what you think without hurting the emotion of other people around. And that's one of the key skills of developing good communication skills. Now, interpersonal skills and communication skills can be easily developed if you keep on working on them. You can actually read a lot about it. You can go online and have lots of information on these aspects, which will help you to overcome the pre-anger phase. Last but not the least, ask for help. If you feel that you're getting angry very often, if you feel that people around you are making you angry very often, there might be an underlying cause of your aggressiveness or your anger or your depression or whatever it is. Ask for help. You can undergo counseling, you can undergo therapy, you can take medications. There are n number of things that can be done. It can only come to you if you ask for help. So in the end, one lovely statement which I always hear from people around, and I have read about it in a lovely book, which said that don't worry about past. Past is history. Don't worry about future because it's still a mystery. Think of now, which is the most important gift to us, and hence it is called as present. So if we keep bothering about our past and what has happened in the past, and that is the root cause which pushes us to get angry very easily, or our anticipation or expectation that somebody should have done this, if they don't do this, if I don't agree to this now, or if they do this to me now, this is going to be an example forever, and hence in anticipation of something going wrong in future, we lose our control now in the present, which is unfair. So enjoy your present and stay happy. Work on your anger. Thank you.